Here's my Smith Wesson M&P 15 OR. I got this rifle from Cabela's for about $8.50, and Smith Wesson was actually running a promotion for military veterans and active law enforcement for a $100 rebate. And once I sent them all my credentials, they sent me a check back for $100. So grand total price for this base rifle was $750. And that's not a bad price. With those savings, I was able to add a few of these upgrades that you see here. Now, since this was an optics ready model, it didn't have any rear sights, and it didn't have any front sights. The handguard was just a standard carbine length plastic handguard, and the gas block was right here or so. And it was just an ugly gas block, big, literally big block of just metal. And on top of the gas block, it had Picatinny railing, so you can add a backup sight onto that. But I just hated the look of that gas block, so I decided to go with a free float style handguard. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me start from the barrel. Alright, this is the factory barrel. It's a 1-9 twist. I changed the A2 style bird cage to this Yankee Hill machine muzzle brake. It's got these little wicked teeth on the front of it. They say it's for close quarters combat or whatever. I just think it looks kind of cool. You can see there that I kind of over tightened it and marred a little bit of the flat spot where the wrench goes. I advise not to do that. I tried to color it in with some permanent marker, but didn't really hide too well once it heats up. So there's the M4 style, the M4 profile barrel. And like I said earlier, this didn't come with any sights. And before I really invested in any sights, I just decided to go with this free flow style. And I got these Magpul M-Bus sights, and I like these a lot, mostly because they match the OD green. All this stuff is OD green, as you see. That was kind of the theme of this rifle. I just like the OD look. Actually, pretty much everything on this rifle is Magpul. Don't judge me. It was my first rifle build, and I went crazy with Magpul stuff. But they make good stuff, so it's not too hard to justify. So this is a Yankee Hill Spectre length free float rail. I got this from Joe Bob Outfitters for a pretty good price, so I couldn't say no. And I like it. It's just really fat. Like, see how I'm wrapping my hand around it and I can't really touch the fingers. That has to do partly with the XTM rail covers from Magpul that I got on there as well, but even still, without those on there, it's a pretty fat handguard. And I got this forward grip here from Magpul, the MOE little vertical grip. I like that. It's pretty nice. It's kind of a stubby little grip, but it does what it's supposed to do. Alright, moving along. Now this scope is the newest addition to this rifle, and probably the last addition. This is a 3-9 by 40 power scope from Nikon. It's the P223, and I got this from Cabela's as well. It was $200, and they had a promotion where if you bought the scope, you get the mounts for free, and those mounts are about I think $50. So I thought it was a pretty good deal, and I jumped on it and I went for it. And that scope is great. I love this scope. It's a great scope. It's very clear. It's got the BDC reticle. Let's see if you can see through here. Alright, it's pretty much impossible for me to use my iPhone camera. But you got the kind of idea of it. It's got little circles, and the middle crosshair is sighted in for 100 yards, and there's a little notch for 150, then a little circle for 2, then another notch for 250, and so on. So it's a nice feature of that scope, and I plan to use this rifle for coyote hunting, so it'll be a big help. Then I added this Spikes Tactical oversized trigger guard. You know, I just think it looks a lot better than the standard, you know, flat little bridge here from here to there. Magpul MOE pistol grip. Really digging Magpul stuff back when I built this rifle. And when I say built, you know, I just slap parts on there. It's not like I did anything too hard, too difficult. This is the CTR buttstock. I really like this buttstock just because it locks in. It's, you know, fairly inexpensive. It's got a QD socket, so you can put your sling on there or whatever else you want to attach to it. That's QD. I don't use it because I got this Magpul ASAP plate, and that goes on with my Magpul MS2 sling. And moving back up to the front of the rifle, I've got this sling mount here that this clips onto, and it's pretty nice. I like it. The sling itself is kind of skinny, and I've kind of grown to get used to it, which I shouldn't have to get used to it. You know, it's a pretty high quality product, but you know, for what it's worth, I like it. It does need some improvement. It could be a little wider. It kind of digs into your body, but you know, it's not that big a deal. I've been through harder things. So that's my Smith Wesson M&P 15. For my fellow Marines, I've got this EGA ejection port cover with the American flag on there. I'm sure you all enjoy that. Now this is the rear sight. This sight itself it's pretty thick. It's pretty bulky once it's folded down, and it wouldn't fit under here. And plus, with the positioning of where I have the scope, it's just it wouldn't work for me. So, you know, rather than just ditch my backup sights, I decided to mount it on the side of the quad rail. For, you know, if my optic ever did decide to stop working on me, broke it or whatever, I can slide this off and then, you know, slide it on back here, and it would you know, come into effect. I have it zeroed for you know, for the top of the rifle, so it shouldn't be too off. And there she is. I hope you enjoyed it.